What's going on, everybody? David here for Bluckers Videos and Toys, and I have another franchise I want to share with y'all from my personal collection, and it is the Small Soldiers by Kenner. And what you see in the background is the clamshell VHS of the film and the soundtrack that was directed and composed by Jerry Goldsmith. So very happy to have these and proudly display them on my collection shelf along with the figures. Now, I don't have all the figures. I have most of them. I am missing a couple of them that I would like to add, and a couple of vehicles, which we'll go over throughout the film, or if not, then towards the end of the film when we do our roundup. But anyways, so let's go ahead and get started. We are going to start off with the Commando Elites. So first up we have is Nick Nitro, who is the demolition expert. He is not complete. He is missing his backpack along with the missiles that go with it. And they go for a pretty high price on the secondary market, especially the missiles if they're being sold separately. I am on the lookout for them. But if I see one that is complete 100%, then I'll probably end up picking that up instead if it's a reasonable price. Next up, we have Brick Bazooka, who is the artillery ammunition expert. And he is 100% complete with both his both his guns, should I say, and then the little missile that comes with him in the back. So he is 100% complete. And finally, we have Major Chip Hazard, who is the platoon leader. And there is another version of it. And by the way, this one is 100% complete. And the other version is, I think it's called the Electro Charge. I think something like that. Electro Chip Hazards, I think. And it's basically a figure, same bowls, same accessories, same everything, except for a little bit different paint scheme. But it's like black with the yellow stripings that's supposed to represent electricity going through them. You know, it's just basically off that scene where he got electrocuted. So I don't know if I still do because I can't find it. So either I do or I don't. But that figure is really loose at the legs, so he can't stand for nothing. So I am looking for another one that is 100% complete, so that way I can have him as well. So, yeah, so this is Major Chip Hazard. So these are the three Commando Elites that I have in my collection. The only one I'm missing is Kip Killigan, and he came out in a later wave, and he's pretty pricey in the secondary market, about $200 to $300, give or take. And I need him to kind of round out this set, but maybe I will, maybe I won't. Who knows? But anyways, the only ones that were missing that they did not make any figures of is Static Link and Butch Meat Hooks. Which is sad because that way we could have had all of them, all six of them. But anyways, so yeah, this is rounding out my Commando Elites. So I got one more that has to do with the Commando Elites, and then we'll wrap it up to go to the Gorgonites. So this is the only 12-inch version I have of any kind of for small soldiers. I don't have the 12-inch Archer, which I would like to add eventually. But yeah, this is the 12-inch talking Chip Hazard, and this is the original one before they had to replace it. And the original one had Tommy Lee Jones's voice, and the original one they had to replace the Tommy Lee's voice because it had sayings from the film, and one of them says all Gorgonites must die, and that did not appeal to parents, and they boycotted that, and so they had to make a running change to a different voice with different sayings to replace that. So luckily mine has the original Tommy Lee voice in my talking Chip Hazard. Alright, so first up for the Gorgonites is Flachu. So he wasn't a main character in the film along with the other Gorgonites. He was just only had like a little cameo appearance in the beginning of the film when they were pitching the idea for small soldiers, and he was an actual figure or doll. And but thankfully we actually got a figure from him. For a figure for him, should I say, not from him. But we got an actual cool figure for him. in the line. So, like I say, he wasn't a main character at all in the film, along with the other Gorgonites. But he did come with a sidekick called Nipples. Yes, that's his name, Nipples. Of course, that wasn't in the film either. So, I guess it's just to add a little flavor to the figure. But there is like another version that's out there, a flat shoe. As you can see here along the arms, the top of the forehead, or top of the head and back, and the other arm, it's yellow. But the other one has a little bit of red. It's kind of mixed in along the arms, legs, and the head, on top of the head too. So, but this is the version I got. All right, so next up we have Frankenstein, and I don't remember his original name before he became Frankenstein, but in the film he gets attacked and torn apart by the Commando elites, and so all the Gorgonites had to pull together and put him back together and sew him up, and that's the outcome that he came out as. But he is not complete. He is missing a couple of things. So I am looking for his shield, and the antenna. So the shield would go right there, and the antenna is right here. Goes right there. So that's the thing I'm missing from that. So that's usually what's missing. And also sometimes the club and this little wire thing that's connected is missing as well. So thankfully when I got this, I had the club and the wire that connects to the eye. All right, next up is Insaniac, and he is complete. He has both his ball and chains, and he comes with a little sidekick named Maniac, I think. And he also, Insaniac has a action feature where he spins around like he does in the movie. He also, there's another version of him. He's like a blue color. He comes with like a shield. I want him, but I don't really need him. But if I do find him fairly cheap complete, then I'll probably pick him up because I like that version too. It's pretty cool. Different little paints. He's blue and got a little bit of different outfit and stuff. So it's pretty cool looking. But but yeah, that's Insaniac with Maniac. Okay, next up we have Punch It along with Scratch It. Now Scratch It didn't come with Punch It. The Scratch It came with a vehicle, and but I don't have that vehicle, but I do have Scratch It, which is fine because her and Punch It were like buddies. They were like a duo in the film. But Punch It is not complete. He is missing his little backpack with the missile on the back, and also he comes with like a some kind of shield type accessory too as well. So I'm missing that also. And those are pretty hard to come by. I think I did finally find a set. I think it was the shield. I'm not sure. Maybe it was the backpack. I think I found it on Marketplace. And by the time I was able to try to get it, it was already gone. So I missed out on that one. So that one's well, I wouldn't say a little bit. It's a lot harder to find his accessories to make him complete. That is a lot harder to find. And with him complete, he's pretty expensive, loose, complete. Next up is Slam Fist. He is 100% complete, and he has one of those side-to-side gimmicks where you can use it to smash people with that, or you could take that ball off and put it in his hand, and you can swing him back and throw it at him. And he comes with this accessory too. So he's pretty cool. He should be a lot bigger than that. And last but not least of the original Gorgonite line is Archer himself. So he is 100% complete. I did find him at Dallas Vintage Toys because at the time I couldn't find him at all. He was hard to find. He's very expensive. And so the only place I know that I knew that had it was at Dallas Vintage Toys. So I was able to make a trip out there and pick him up. So I'm very happy to have an Archer in my collection. Alright, so that rounds out the original characters that I have for the movie. So the next couple things I'm going to show are like they're the same characters, but they're a little bit different. And they got different gimmicks and different looks and things like that. All right, so next, or first one up is Archer himself. And I forgot the name of this particular archer, but he comes with like a shield, a staff, and a little bola thing with the rope around it and stuff. At first, when I got him fairly cheap at the time, but I was missing that. Didn't even know that was an actual accessory. And that's one of my viewers had commented on the video when I was doing the, I think it was the eBay purchase video or something, or if you, I can't remember. But when they were doing it, they mentioned that I was missing the bola thing, and so I googled it and looked. I was like, "Yep, he's right." So I was able to find one fairly cheap. At Yojo's Outlets, who is also a seller on eBay. So he had one in stock. So, but this is a pretty cool archer. I'm happy to have it, and there is a couple more archers out there. I have one of them, but then the other one comes with like a little claw thing, and he's fairly expensive too. So he's one of the later ones down the line. I think I did see one was just the figure itself with no accessory for fairly cheap. I think it was like $35 or so. And by the time I got to it, till I wanted to purchase it, knowing I wasn't going to get the accessories anytime soon, he was already gone too. So, but I'm happy to have this one in the collection. Okay, so these next two figures are the battle damage figures for Chip Hazard and Archer. As you can tell, they've been severely damaged. Now, this Chip Hazard reminds me of the Terminator, because of the aesthetics and the eye and all that stuff. So they're both 100% complete. He can't hold this thing for shit. So I think that gun's a lost cause. But if you press the buttons here on the belt and on the chest, then they explode. Like his legs would fall apart and his arms would fall apart too. So these are pretty cool additions to the collection as well. So I really do like these a lot. Different, different action gimmicks. So it's a welcome addition to the collection. So happy to have these. And last but not least is the only vehicle I have in the set. And I have the battle damage Chip Hazard on it because that's what it showed on the box. I don't have the box, sadly, but I do have the vehicle, and it is 100% complete. And this is one of the vehicles that they had in the movie, and pretty much the only vehicle they had in the movie. The other two is a saw blade tank thing, and then the drill cycle, I think, that comes with the scratches that I showed earlier. I'm still looking for those two, so I need those two to complete the vehicle set. And but yeah, this is pretty much the only vehicle that we got, and this was for the Commando Elites, and he is complete, or it is complete. It comes with 2 missiles, and everything. You press that and it pops out. So yeah, very cool vehicle, very large, and kind of barely fits in. So, but yeah, I'm very happy to have this. This is the first vehicle. I got them cheap too. So I got this along with accessories and like a couple other things with it, and got it fairly cheap, luckily. But this was one of the more harder ones to find. You don't really see those pop up often on the secondary market on eBay or Mercari or anything like that. All right, so that was my collection. I hope y'all really enjoyed it as much as I did filming it. And like I said, there's only a few things that I'm missing. I'm missing the saw blade tank vehicle along with the drill cycle. I'm looking for those two. I would like to eventually one day, if possible, I'd like to add a Kip Killigan to round out my Commando Elite. He's pretty pricey. And as far as the Gorgonite side of things, I do need to complete a couple of them, like Frankenstein and Punch It. Need to find their accessories and complete them. There is like another version of Frankenstein. It's like a blue or like a light blue version, kind of like or maybe it was red. I can't remember, but yeah, it was a little different. And then of course the other Archer comes with like a little claw attack thing. He's pretty expensive as well. And I think that's about it. But I'm not too worried about that Archer or the other version of Frankenstein. I just really want the Kip Killigan. and then to be able to complete the rest of my Gorgonites and everything, and then the other 2 vehicles I want to add. But anyways, so let me know in the comments below what you think of this collection. And don't forget, words of wisdom: buy what you love and not what you like, because if you buy what you like, you're always up into getting rid of it. And I will catch y'all later.